Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great week. We're in the middle of it. Get over today, onward into the weekend. It'll be here before you know it, and we got this. You got this, and we're here to help you make it through it. A couple smiles, a little bit of fun, bit of Disney. We'll be talking about it all today, and very excited. It's hopefully going to be another fun show. And again, we're just here to kind of get you a little bit of energy to kind of get your day started as we move on through the week. And hopefully you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it because I'm having fun doing it. That's for sure. What are we talking about today? Well, happy hump day. Happy hump day to you. Yes, you made it. You just got to get over this. It'll be Thursday. It'll be Friday. It'll be the weekend. It's all good. You've got this. You'll get over the hump. And before you know it, we'll be celebrating another Saturday, doing whatever we like to do on the weekends. And that's always exciting to me. Yeah, it's going to be a fun day today. It's a Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. I mean, I just look at the date to get everything lined up for the day for like the last hour. And yet I get on the air and I look down just to be sure I'm correct on what day I'm talking about. Don't get old, everybody. Don't get old. Don't get old. Your mind starts to go, which you probably say is just the fact that I do this show every day. It shows that my mind is starting to go, but I digress. Let's go ahead and talk about a few things that we are mentioning on this day. What are we celebrating on this day? Well, it is a day, a night for scary movies. Yeah, it happens to be National Horror Movie Day. Do you like horror movies? Do you like scary movies? I like a few of them. Maybe I liked a little bit more when I was a little younger than I am now. And I'm just, some of them, they don't really strike me the way they did when I was young and I guess a little more adventurous. I don't know. I'm not as big a horror movie fan, but I respect them. I respect a lot of them. There are some great ones out there. I think I'm more of a suspense, more than an actual horror movie fan, quote unquote horror movie fan, more of a suspenseful movie fan. I think I kind of like those a little bit better. But hey, whatever you like, I'm all for it. And this is the season. It's the spooky season. So if you're going to watch a scary movie, going to watch a horror movie, this is the time to do it. And maybe you need a little comfort while watching that horror movie. Well, today's a day to celebrate the pie that isn't really a pie. That's because it happens to be National Boston Cream Pie Day. Look at that. That is not a pie. That's a cake. But it's named, it is named Boston Cream Pie, and it is delicious. Some good cake, a little nice of that cream in the middle of it, topped off with chocolate. I mean, it's all good stuff. So even if it isn't really a pie, even though they call it a pie, even if it isn't a pie, you can still celebrate and enjoy that and a little comfort while you're watching your horror movie, for sure. What else is going on today? Well, we're talking about a great day to celebrate your favorite talk show host because, yes, it is National Talk Show Host Day today. Am I your favorite talk show host? I'm sure I'm not. I'm probably way down the list. Like everybody is above me. Everybody else is number one. I'm number two. Or 1 millionth, whatever it is. Do you like one of these guys? Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, whichever ones you like. That's great. I hope you like your talk show hosts. We like our late night talk show hosts. Seth Meyers here, of course. There's so many great ones out there, and hopefully you have one that you really enjoy watching on a regular or even semi-regular basis. Great ones. So what's happening on this day in Disney history? Again, October 23rd, 2014. Didn't have to look that time. October 23rd, 2024. What are we celebrating on this day in Disney history? Well, how about this? On this day in 1941, Dumbo world premiered at the Broadway Theater in New York City. Of course, the great film about the flying elephant. Classic Disney film, one of the best ever. It went on to win the Oscar for Best Musical Score. Of course, they didn't have Best Animated Film back in those days, so it couldn't have won anything like that. But it did win an Oscar for this film. And if you didn't break up, the first time you saw Baby Mine sung, then I don't know who you are. I don't know if we can be friends. Just kidding. But love Dumbo very much, and today's a day to celebrate it. We are also celebrating this on this day. Uh, Once Upon a Time. Yeah. The series, which I loved. I loved this series, at least the first 4 or 5 seasons of it. Once Upon a Time debuted on ABC in this day in 2011. If you've never seen this series, it is available on Disney Plus. Might be available on Hulu too, but definitely on Disney Plus. It kind of is interesting story, and it brings all your favorite storybook Disney characters to life in maybe a little different telling of their story than what you know, a little bit of a twist on it. I loved it. I thought it was fascinating. It's brought from the same people, a lot of the same people that brought you Lost. There were a lot of them were behind it. There's even some Lost references within it if you keep an eye on it. But I love this series. I need to go back and rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it in a couple of years. I think I need to go back and watch this series. But I really enjoyed Once Upon a Time, and it debuted again on this day in 2011. Also debuting on this day, ba la 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 la. Yes, Big Hero 6 debuted on this day, premiered back in 2014 at the 27th Tokyo International Film Festival. So it was shown ahead for a Japanese audience for the first time before it hit any place else. We love this film. Who doesn't love Baymax? Love Baymax very much. But this entire crew, this entire film, the first, so far only, animated movie that was created out of Marvel characters. So a Marvel comic book made into a Disney animated film. And it's a great one. It debuted in the United States in November. So, around Thanksgiving time. But yeah, first time it was shown world premiere audience to a Tokyo crowd for their international film festival. Also, this one's really cool. Makes me really happy because hashtag, real men love Frozen. On this day in 2020, Once Upon a Snowman debuted on Disney Plus. It is such a magical short. I hope you've caught it. It is so good. It is on Disney Plus. You should check it out if you like Frozen. If you like Olaf, and who doesn't love Olaf? If you like Olaf, you should definitely check this one out. It is so good. And we happened to have the creators of this short on. Of course, we were talking with them about making Once Upon a Studio last year. But before that, the first time these two teamed up was for Once Upon a Snowman. And they talked a little bit about that on our show. Check this out.
Working on Let It Go. And I could see scenes popping up on our computers and go to dailies and watch scenes. And it's a beautiful song. And there's a scene where Elsa walks and she creates Olaf in the song. And then she just keeps walking and singing. And I was watching this at my desk thinking, this is, over 10 years ago now, and thinking, wow, like the internet, they're going to go wild. She created life and then she just kept walking and we don't see Olaf for another 20 minutes. So 2019, Disney Plus was just getting started. And Jen Lee, our chief creative officer here, had said to the studio, like, we're going to start working on content. And I stopped Jen in the hallway one day and said, hey, I have this idea for Olaf, a little Olaf origin story. And at the time, I was working on Frozen 2 as the Olaf supervisor. So I was really connected with the character. And she said, okay, let me hear the pitch. And I pitched it to her. She liked the pitch and she said, let me think about it. And then it goes to Dan.
Well, I was also working on Frozen 2 at the time. One day I got a call to Jen's office and she said, hey, Trent Corey pitched this really wonderful Olaf idea. And Trent has risen up the ranks through the animation department, but he hasn't really tackled story full on before. And we would love to know if you'd be interested in helping him story wise, like, help co-direct this thing with Trent. And I said, oh, that guy? Yeah, sure. And so the two of us, it was amazing because Trent had all these little sketches and things in a little book about what this could be. And he was just so open to, he's like, take this. He pitched me what he had. And he's like, take this, take a week or whatever you want to do and just like rework it and see if there's things you want to add to it or throw out, or if they're just, we want to make this thing stronger. And so then we would go, and then he would say, oh, if we do that, then, you know, we could do this thing. And I was like, yeah, and then this. So it really became such a fun project, because with his animation brain and my story brain, we wanted the same things, but we came at them from different angles. And we had a ball working on that.
So great. If you haven't seen Once Upon a Snowman, I don't know and why you haven't, but please check it out. And also self-serving, a little bit of promotion here. Yeah, go back and listen to that episode where we talked to, that was Dan Abraham and Trent Corey, the co-creators, the co-directors of Once Upon a Studio and Once Upon a Snowman, about that. We talked to them about that short, some other things, and of course, heavily on Once Upon a Studio, which also, I'm sure you've seen it. You're a Disney fan. If you're watching this, you've probably seen it. Go check that out again. It's amazing. But those guys, such great guys. Please go check out the videos on YouTube. If you want to see the video interview, the podcast interview is out there. Check that out, because they're such great guys, and you can tell they have so much passion for what they do. So please check that all out. And yeah, it's a great day to celebrate Once Upon a Snowman today. I'm sure we'll be watching it. It's one of our favorites, one of our son Scott's favorites. We'll be watching it today as well to celebrate. Other things that we are talking about on this day. Well, if it is your birthday today, October 23rd, 2024, happy birthday to you. Here's just a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with today. We talked about it's National Talk Show Host Day. Well, how about Johnny Carson? Yes. He would have been 99 today. He was born on this day in 1925. Unfortunately, we lost him back in 2005. But talking about setting the bar for talk show hosts, has there ever been a better one? Will there ever be a better one? Highly doubtful. Johnny Carson was the best. Also on this day, born on this day, 1940, is Pele, the great Brazilian soccer star. He would have been 84 today. We lost him just a couple years ago in 2022, but such a great ambassador for football, for soccer. And of course, he was also a fantastic, phenomenal football player. So good. Also, Weird Al Yankovic. I mean, who doesn't love Weird Al Yankovic? It's his birthday today. He turned 65 today. He was born on this day in 1959. Very happy birthday to him. Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool himself. He turns 48 today. He was born on this day in 1976. And Emilia Clarke, the mother of dragons. Also, of course, Kira from Solo. And by the way, hashtag make Solo 2. We want Solo 2. Kira. But yes, Emilia Clarke. Such a great actress, and she turns 38 today. She was born on this day in 1986. So a very happy birthday to them, and a very happy birthday to you as well. So going to start to wrap things up here. I just want to say again, I hope you're having a great week. We got this. We're almost over the hump. By the way, if you're looking for our episode, our video app version of our episode, that we had dropped this last week, where we kind of go over everything you need to know about Disney Vacation Club. It is an actual video episode of Michelle and I talking about it, plus a PowerPoint presentation going over some of the stuff that we discuss. It might help it kind of break down a little bit easier for you. That is now on YouTube, so you can check that out. And later today, maybe just in a little bit, we're going to have the video for our walkthrough of the new reimagined Fort Wilderness cabins, the one that we stayed in a few weeks back. We're going to have that video. It's finished. I just need to upload it. It should be up in just a little bit here for you to check out that as well. So please check those out. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and you'll know whenever we have a new video coming out. But however you find us, we really appreciate it. I'm happy that you join us here in the morning, in the afternoon. Whenever you watch this, it thrills me to no end that you have come along for this journey where we're just trying to share some smiles and positivity to kind of brighten your day. All right, everybody, wrapping things up. It's Wednesday. You got this. We're almost over the hump. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. to pass on a few more smiles and some more positivity. So until that time, everybody, have a magical day. Bye.